Alright gang, welcome back. This video is, I guess, for day one of what I've meant the bleed and how to create this postcard here. I had students create a postcard front and back that had a bleed. So first thing I had them do is go File, New. You're going to create a new document. When you're creating a new document, it's important that you understand where the bleed settings are. So I'm going to go to Print. I'm going to change my unit of measurement to inches. I'm going to make my width 7, my height 5, and my bleed 0.125, which is 1/8 of an inch. Say create. Cool. Now, I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag it from this red line over here to that red line over there. I'm going to take the stroke off, double click the fill, give it a red. I'm going to hit Command R. That's going to show my rulers. I'm going to click on the ruler and drag down. Let go about right there. I'm going to click on the first object here and hit Command 2 to lock, or Command 2. Rubber band over the guideline and hit Command 2 as well. I'm going to get my text tool, click and drag over a text box, right front of card. Command A, make my font big, stretch it out to fit there, and I want it to sit on this guideline. Just like that. Cool. Now everything that is currently here is locked. We lock that, and it's all on the one layer. So if we go to Window, Layers, we see that only one layer is currently made. We are going to go ahead and make another layer. Okay, turn that layer off. Turn it back on. Okay, cool, there it is. I'm going to call the first layer front, the back layer, layer 2, back. Okay, hold down, I'm going to click on my object. I can't select it, so I'm going to have to go to Object, Unlock All. Click on that red, hold down Option. I'm going to click this little button here. Okay, hold down Option, I'm going to click this little and drag one up here. Now that red is now also on the back layer, and I can change its color. I'm going to make it blue. Okay, so there it is on the back. I'm going to hold down this letter here, hold down Option, click and drag it up here, double click, and put back of card. Now I'm going to turn off this bottom layer here so you can see that they're both there. So one says back of card. If I turn that off, this is front of card. Okay? Now, I'm going to export my first PDF. I'm going to go File, New. Sorry, cancel. Close that. You're going to do that. File. We're going to save this as a PDF. We're going to go PDF here. I'm going to make a new folder for this. I'm going to call it Postcard. With bleeds assignment, or I guess it's not really assignment, just example project. Create, and inside that I want this to be called the front of the card, so I'm just going to call it front of card. When I say save, it's going to pull up the dialog box, and from here I want to make sure I say optimize for fast web view. I think that would be good. Marks and trims. Marks and bleeds, select trim marks. And I also like to say view PDF after saving. That will let the document open up, see what it looks like. If I'm saving it and submitting it online, maybe I'll do optimize for fast web view. But that's one thing. Okay, so I'll say save PDF. It's going to make the PDF and open it back up. And boom, there it is. I see that the bleed marks. The bleed bleeds all the way over, and the crop mark will cut it right there. Cool. We'll close that. Turn this layer. I'm going to go back to go here. Turn my back of card on. Go save as. I'm going to go back of card. Save PDF. Marks and bleeds are currently set. General, that's good. Save PDF. Cool. Alright, close that. Now, this is my final print document I'm going to create. Excuse me. Okay. So the document is here. I'm going to go File New. I'm going to call this postcard print. And it's important for it just to be print size, and it can be letter. But that's okay. I would actually have mine go long, and it doesn't need bleeds. Unit of measurements can still be inches. Say create. And I'm going to go File, Place. Front of card. Hit Place. Boom. Create another layer. File, Place. Back of card. Place. Hover up here, click one time, boom. Now they're both on top of each other. If they're not, you can use your arrow tool, lock one of your layers, and use your arrow tool to position it with the left and right arrow where it's currently on top of each other. Zoom in, and you will see that they are now on top of each other. The problem is, though, that they're not on top. They're not aligned to the thing here. So we're going to go to Window, Align to the sheet of paper. Window, Align panel, pull that up. And from here, we're going to make sure that we expand it one time and say, make sure it's aligning to artboard. We're going to click Align here. Now remember, I locked that layer, so I'm going to unlock it real quick. Grab both of them. Boom. Okay, I aligned them to the center and horizontally. Now they're directly in the center. Horizontally here and vertically here. They're both aligned in the center. That's important because when we print one, we're going to flip it over and be able to print the other. I'm going to turn off one layer. I'm going to hit Command P, print that. Put my paper in properly. Flip. Turn that layer on. Command P, print that. Now it's important when I go File, Print that I understand that I'm going to have to load it into the machine properly. Signing off.